Hello everyone. For my speech this week, I'm going to be presenting a refined version of my speech from last week regarding gun control, how the banning of guns has affected countries around the world, and how it can affect us if we continue down the path of the anti-gun agenda. So other countries who have banned guns altogether, like Mexico, have seen an increase in gun crime altogether. In Mexico specifically, the cartels have been able to take over by the banning of guns. The banning of guns has allowed them to roam freely throughout Mexico without the fear of being stopped, since only they and the police are the ones who are able to own firearms. Everyday law-abiding citizens have been denied that right by their government, and only those willing to break the law are armed. In essence, this has caused more harm to be done than the original gun crimes before the ban. These criminals do not care about the laws, so why would they stop breaking them whenever you ban something that they need to use to commit crimes? The cops do show up eventually if you call them. However, by then the deed has usually already been done. Another citizen has been slain. The only people with the firepower to stop them is the police. And in that case, it's, like I said before, too late. If a citizen had the ability to stop them, it would be over much sooner and lives could be saved. But in Mexico, this is not going to be the case. These who do break the law to retrieve guns are more than likely felons anyways, so it isn't like they could just walk down the street to the local gun shop and purchase one if they were legal in that state or country. It seems that mass gun violence in recent news has occurred mostly in states or countries where restrictions are in place. If you look at Sandy Hook in Connecticut or the movie theater in Aurora, Colorado, these states, Connecticut and Colorado, have already placed restrictions on owning guns. And look what damage has occurred in those places. In France, with the recent Charlie Hebdo shootings, you see that two men who were heavily armed and with some obvious training up against civilians who have been denied their right to bear arms. From the footage of the attack, you see multiple bystanders had the opportunity to stop the terrorist. However, they have no way of doing so. They are only armed with their cameras. If the people filming with their phones from their apartments had access to firearms instead of only cameras, you would see that they had the ability to stop them right where they stood. Some people have photoshopped images where their cameras were replaced with guns just to show how quickly the whole ordeal could have been over. It also shows how many lives could have been saved had these people been able to acquire firearms. It also seems that gun crimes are higher in areas such as Chicago, where there are so many restrictions on what you can own and how you can possess it. When you think about how quickly a threat can be stopped by someone with a firearm who carries it responsibly, you'll find that instead of losing 10 to 20 to 30 lives in an event of mass violence, the casualties are closer to 1 to 2, if any at all. It is likely that the first person, if they are a responsible gun owner who chooses to carry, would be able to stop them immediately, therefore ending the immediate threat only and not having to worry about ending innocent lives. I hope you think about this next time you think banning guns is a good idea, and any time you choose to follow in the steps of a politician who wants to do away with guns altogether. Thank you.